As for us, our life is like grass. We grow and flourish like a wild flower. Then the wind blows on it, and it is gone. No one sees it again. Now there's a question. Why humans are born just to die? And how could you call funeral as a party? Toraja is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Indonesia. It is known as the land with spectacular nature and unique culture. Check this view: green fields, fresh forests, stunning villages, blue sky, and mountains. Tanah Toraja. The word Tanah means land, and Toraja is a connection of the words To means people, and Raja means someone with high status, like a king. So Tanah Toraja is literally land of the people from highlands, or according to another etymology, land of the royal people. One of the main reasons people come to Toraja is to attend traditional Torajan funeral ceremony, and this culture has been passed down from our ancestors from generation to generation. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to learn English about funeral ceremony in Toraja. You know guys that I live in Toraja, and it means that we have a very unique tradition about funeral ceremony. This time I'm going to the funeral, and I'm wearing a black t-shirt. Actually it's not really black because it's black and green, and here behind me I have a sarong, so I'm going to put it on and go to the ceremony. Okay, let's go. For Torajan people, goodbye seems to be the hardest word to say, but they know how to deal with broken hearts when loved ones pass away. A funeral is a ceremony that is held because someone has died. A funeral is a gathering of friends and family of the dead person. They will mourn the dead person, meaning that they will feel and show sadness that the person has died, and also say thanks for the life the person had. A funeral is usually held with the dead body present but hidden in a coffin. Funeral rituals have been a part of human culture for thousands of years. In Toraja, the funeral ceremony is called Rambu Solo. This phrase consists of two words. Rambu means smoke and Solo means down or go down. So Rambu Solo literally means smoke went down. It is called Rambu Solo because the rituals begin to take place as the sun begins to set. And according to the Toraja community philosophy, smoke is a symbol of the ceremony, which means a gathering activity followed by a joint meal activity. And descending is a symbol of grief. This ritual is also referred to as Aluk Rampe Matampu. Aluk means belief. Rampe means one side or part, and Matampu means west. So it is called Aluk Rampe Matampu because this ceremony is held in the western part of the traditional house. Before the ceremony, there are preparation days. So people work together, building temporary bamboo constructions with roof and floor, where people can sit, chat, and eat during the ceremony. Women and men from the community help each other to prepare the food, and the others decorate the place with red ornaments that are symbolic for Torajan funeral. A funeral ceremony of an important person is combined by the selection of a menhir taken from a quarry or by carving a special black stone and be pulled by people or ridden by a huge truck to a ceremonial place where people will work hard together to erect the menhir. And so the unity of the community is very important. The majority of Torajans are Christians, and they mix the old tradition with modern religion. And this is a favorite part, buffalo fighting, or Mapasilagatedong. Finally, the day of welcoming guests arrives. The master of ceremony then invites people by their family name to come to the reception building. The ceremony is often held weeks, months, or years after the death because usually some of the family members or siblings live and work in different places or overseas, and we have to wait for them to come. Also, that the family can raise the significant funds needed. In Toraja society, the funeral ritual is the most elaborate and expensive event. The richer and more powerful the individual, the more expensive is the funeral. During the funeral ceremony, people wear black clothes as a sign of mourning. Normally, they wear t-shirt and sarong, both black, usually with traditional patterns in different color. Ladies additionally have typical Torajan bags and sometimes a bamboo hat. Grandchildren from the family of the deceased wear traditional clothes of Toraja for ceremonies, which are rich in colors and decorations. They welcome the guests and show them where to sit. So this day is called Mantarima Tamu, or the day of welcoming guests. On this day, many of the guests offer livestock such as pigs or buffaloes. Now the grieving family come and meet the guests, the relatives, friends, and neighbors in this reception building. And while the family having a time chat with the guests, a group of men form a circle and sing a traditional funeral chant to honor the deceased, a ritual called Mak Badong. A group of women then come to serve the guests, offering them something to drink, such as coffee or tea, with traditional cookies. The guests then can slaughter the pigs they bring, share the meat, or cook it for lunch.
Well, this is how we people of Toraja cook the meat with bamboo. So this is the process of cooking meat. We use the fire and bamboo.
And now we share the favorite Torajan dish, pork and rice on a banana leaf. Yummy! And our favorite drink, yes, palm wine, that we call tuak. So good. And in a moment like this, the mood is surprisingly light. When you are together with the family or relatives, sometimes you don't really feel like you are at a funeral. There's a sadness, but because we are together, it goes away. Here comes the bloody part, so better skip it if you're sensitive. On every funeral, at least one buffalo and one pig must be sacrificed. However, with time, people started to kill more and more, showing their social status, as buffalo symbolizes prosperity. The buffaloes have different length and shape of the horns, different colors, and of course price. Not all the buffaloes are sacrificed during the ceremony. The family donates some of them to the church or to the other purposes. According to tradition, the family of the deceased is free to determine the number of buffalo they want to sacrifice, or as they can afford to. Some of the slaughtered animals are given by guests as gifts, which are carefully noted because they will be considered debts of the deceased's family. funeral like this is also about sharing and giving back to the community. So all the meat are then distributed to all the people according to their social status in the community. What's more, there's always a special tower for the funeral in Toraja, where the coffin is placed during the ceremony, and it is called Lakkian. All the horns from the sacrificed buffaloes end up nailed to the traditional house of the community. The funeral in Toraja lasts for several days, depending on the social status and money the family can spend. Usually it's around 1 week, including preparations, welcoming guests, sacrifice, and lastly, burying the body. On the final day of the ceremony, they carry the coffin, singing and jumping cheerfully, to finally place it in the grave. Traditionally, the body is buried in the stone grave called liang or caves. But nowadays, we often use house graves called patane. So, why do we die? And how could you call funeral as a party? Someone replies, that's just how life works. We're not born to die, we're born to live. Dying is just a part of life. Hello, back again with me Jansen, your English teacher. So guys, I have to admit, saya harus mengakui bahwa untuk membuat video tadi, katakanlah semacam documentary video atau video dokumenter, itu benar-benar bukan sesuatu yang singkat untuk dilakukan. Itu memakan waktu yang cukup lama, di mana saya harus mengecek kembali file-file saya sebelumnya, saya harus bertanya banyak, dan apa yang perlu saya tayangkan dalam video tadi. But I'm happy to finally be able to share the video with you guys. Nah, tadi kita belajar bahasa Inggris sebenarnya lewat video itu. Saya berusaha untuk menampilkan English subtitlesnya dan bahkan ada Indonesianya juga untuk memudahkan kita memahaminya. Nah, kita akan belajar lebih jauh tentang English vocabulary atau kosakata bahasa Inggris yang penting berdasarkan video tadi. Yuk segera saja kita mulai. Yang pertama ada kata tradition. Jadi tradition itu tradisi. Ada ambulans lewat. Tradition itu tradisi. Kemudian ada culture. Culture itu budaya. Nah, budaya ini biasanya diturunkan dari nenek moyang kita. Nenek moyang itu ancestor. Jadi ancestor artinya nenek moyang atau leluhur, ancestor. Kemudian ada kata ancient. Ancient artinya kuno. Makanya biasa ada kata ancient tradition, artinya tradisi yang kuno atau yang dulu-dulu. Lagi ancient. Nah, di dalamnya kita tadi tentu saja membahas tentang manusia. Manusia itu bahasa Inggrisnya human atau human being, biasanya orang sebut begitu. Makanya ada biasa katakan juga human body artinya tubuh manusia. Nah, ada tadi manusia itu dilahirkan. Jadi dilahirkan itu sebenarnya berasal dari kata bear, melahirkan bear. Kemudian ada kata bentuk lampaunya bore, lalu ada kata born. Nah, biasa kita mengatakan she was born in 2000. She was born in 2000 atau I was born in 2000. Saya dilahirkan pada tahun 2000. Jadi kita menggunakan kata kerja bentuk ketiga untuk kalimat jika teman-teman ingin mengatakan saya dilahirkan. Katakan I was born. Selanjutnya ada kata die. Die itu artinya meninggal. Contoh kalimatnya misalnya melarang ke sana. Don't go there or you will die. Don't go there or you will die. Jangan ke sana atau kamu akan mati. Nah gitu. Bentuk lampaunya adalah died. Jadi misalnya dikatakan 12 people died in the accident. 12 people died in the accident. 12 people died in the accident. Nah, kemudian ada kata yang biasa kedengarannya lebih halus untuk mengungkapkan meninggal, yaitu pass away. Jadi bentuk lampaunya passed away. Misalnya dalam kalimat he passed away peacefully in the hospital. He passed away peacefully in the hospital. Nah, itu. Dia meninggal dengan tenang atau damai di rumah sakit. Atau katakanlah misalnya kalimatnya he passed away 2 days ago. Dia meninggal 2 hari yang lalu. Jadi kedengarannya pass away itu lebih enak didengar daripada die kalau menyatakan manusia meninggal. Dua-duanya sih tidak salah gitu. Kemudian ada kata dead. Kalau dead ini itu kata sifat dead. Tetap saja misalnya meninggal. Dia meninggal. She's dead. Dia meninggal ini. She's dead. Kalau kata death itu kematian. Jadi die tadi meninggal kata kerja. Dead itu meninggal dalam artian kata sifat. Dan death itu kematian atau kata benda gitu. Jadi merupakan kata benda. Nah, tadi di video kita sering mendengar ada kata deceased. Deceased itu artinya orang yang baru meninggal atau a person who has recently died. Nah, itu bahasa Inggrisnya deceased. Katakanlah almarhum atau almarhumah. Tetapi kata late juga bisa digunakan untuk mengungkapkan mendiang atau almarhum. Misalnya dikatakan the late Michael Jackson. Jadi untuk mengatakan seseorang itu mendiang atau almarhum, biasanya umum kita dengar the late. Jadi late di situ tidak selamanya berarti terlambat, tetapi late juga bisa berarti almarhum. The late Michael Jackson. Jadi hati-hati bilangi sama temannya kalau terlambat, the late Mr. Itu sebenarnya berarti almarhum. Oke. Next, banyak-banyak tadi kita membahas tentang funeral. Funeral artinya pemakaman atau proses pemakaman. Sekali lagi, funeral. Lalu ada kata funeral home. Funeral home itu artinya rumah duka. Funeral home. Nah, kemudian ada ceremony. Ceremony artinya upacara. Ceremony, upacara. Sehingga ada funeral ceremony, ada upacara pemakaman, funeral ceremony, dan ada juga biasa wedding ceremony atau upacara pernikahan. Nah, upacara-upacara atau seremoni itu tidak terlepas dari ritual-ritual. Nah, bahasa Inggrisnya itu ritual. Kemudian tadi dibahas ada banyak tamu-tamu datang di pemakaman itu. Tamu itu guest. Nah, bentuk jamaknya guests. Ini mungkin sesuatu kata yang agak susah disebut. Nah, bagian dari tamu tadi itu adalah relative. Relative itu artinya sanak keluarga gitu, kerabat. Relative. Nah, kemudian ada binatang tadi yang dibahas, yaitu kerbau, buffalo. Ada juga kerbau-kerbau yang tadi itu biasa orang menyebutnya water buffalo. Bentuk jamaknya buffalo itu buffaloes. Kalau tadi ada menyaksikan adu kerbau itu bahasa Torajanya Telong Silaga, itu buffalo fighting. Oke, binatang lain yang dibahas tadi, misalnya ada babi itu bahasa Inggrisnya pig. Nah, kalau daging itu meat. Tapi kalau daging babi, bilang aja pork, gitu. Jadi babi pig, daging babi pork. Ada tadi kata sacrifice itu artinya mengorbankan gitu, sacrifice. Kemudian ada grave, artinya kuburan. Di Toraja sendiri ada berbagai macam jenis kuburan. Jadi misalnya kuburan batu itu disebut stone grave, dan kalau ada kuburan yang berbentuk rumah itu disebut house grave, karena bisa menampung banyak peti di dalamnya. Oke. Kemudian ada kata graveyard juga bisa berarti pemakaman. Misalnya ada kelompok-kelompok tertentu yang dimakamkan di situ bisa disebut graveyard, artinya pemakaman. Tapi kalau ada area yang lebih besar juga itu disebut cemetery, artinya pemakaman, cemetery. Oke. Nah, baik guys, teman-teman semua, semoga lewat video pembelajaran tadi kita banyak mendapatkan pengalaman belajar tentang budaya Toraja atau Torajan culture. So I hope you guys can visit Toraja someday. Orang-orang yang menonton video ini yang tinggal di luar, kalau ingin menyaksikan budaya seperti tadi, biasanya pada bulan-bulan Juli atau awal-awal Desember orang melakukan upacara pemakaman. Tapi bulan-bulan lain juga ada, dan jika beruntung teman-teman pasti bisa menyaksikan secara langsung acara tersebut, acara atau ritual pemakaman. Nah, terima kasih banyak. Thank you very much for watching this English lesson video. And I'm Jansen, your English teacher. See you next video. Bye.